Wildcats in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Kentucky Wildcats return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Second down coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to take off. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Tigers! And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks last week. They've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
Looking left. And that pass intercepted. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man on the outside. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
LSU 14, Kentucky 0.
Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Wide open downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver at the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Shoots it to the left. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here. He just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Gets it out fast. Corralled and brought down by the defense. LSU right back to the line. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
14, Kentucky.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll leave it with him. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Combs. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Got enough space. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Finds a man by himself. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Trying to get to him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. He makes the connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Gain of 18.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Looking to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They want nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these 2 teams thus far there in Lexington. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. but really this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
He'll call for the fair catch here. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively by maybe...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The ball is going to be downed at the 35.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts you...
He uncorks one deep. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
31, Kentucky 10.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's got it. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Wildcats have their offense in high gear.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice scramble, unbelievable job after dropping back to pass and understanding the situation. And a nice heads-up play. Slide. Live to fight another down. Don't try to make a bigger play and run through somebody big and get yourself hurt.
He finds his man. Pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
29 Philly. 2 flip, load.
Give to the fullback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loss of 3. Brings up.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Check.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. Just drives it between the uprights. After putting up the 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And he's got it at the 25. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. First down to start the drive after the break.
325.
He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback. And his...
What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Trying to find his man on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
And Reese, listen, we already know he already threw the interception the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen, something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. On this first and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Barges ahead. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. And they still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use...
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
42.
Running back searching for a hole. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Softened them up with a run, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the incompletion brings up a second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.